black. You're on, baby.
Did you just go? Just like that? Hey everybody, this is Chris Larson. I guess I'm the host of this Misfit crew. So welcome to Muni Misfits in the morning. To my left, I've got Matt Cook, head golf professional at Rose Creek and Prairie Wood, and to my right, this Misfit here is Greg McCullough. He is the head golf professional at Edgewood and El Zagel. Collectively, we are the Muni Misfits, and it's the morning.
It's Friday morning.
Here's our show, boys.
Where are we?
Where are we?
We're at the Zag. El Zagel.
This
that
North side, 9 holes. Awesome place.
Is that probably like one of the most mispronounced names?
Yes.
Because the only reason why I say mispronounced, I
Yes.
don't even know how you pronounce it, but I just know
Yes.
it's been said so many different ways.
Most
El
people,
Zagal,
most
El
people
Zagel.
say El Zagal.
Okay.
So it sounds like a leader of a foreign country, kind of.
Sounds very fancy.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
El
Zagal.
Zagal, leader of the live.
Oh.
Start that out right away.
And behind the scenes too, we got Pace, our production manager, Pace of Play, Pace Meyer. And where were you today, Pace? Just the straight up call out right away.
We went to Osgood. Where were you guys?
They pulled a GMAC. What's wrong with that?
Basic. You guys are way too young for that mistake.
I know.
Hey,
Greg can pull that off.
Easy.
Oh,
Well, but hey, El Zagal, El Zagel, the Zag. That's how I know it is the Zag. I grew up playing here. I used to take just hot laps around this place. Absolutely love it. What do we need to know about the Zag?
You know, when we redesigned it, we made it all par threes. We have 0 water. We have 0 bunkers. So it's a great place. We have huge greens. The greens here are like, you could have 40 yards difference between a front pin and a back pin. Tee boxes are great. So you get a really cool variety of shorter shots. Great place to maybe come if you're a very accomplished player and practice your short game. If you haven't played before, it's a great place to maybe come and learn your short game. How am I doing today so far right here? Huh? Whoa,
You're doing great.
blind.
I'm
Where
trying to
am I?
I'm trying to like
You're
shade
good.
you
No,
here.
that's all right. So it has a lot of different opportunities. We do take tee times here now, so go online, fargogolf.net, make your tee time. It's got a pretty cool atmosphere.
The our PJ Junior League tribe has been out playing this place a lot. The feedback that we've got too from the kids. I was talking to we had practice yesterday at our place at Osgood, and the kids were like, "Geez, greens were fast."
Yeah.
So that's fun to see. They're consistent, and I know like every time I've been out here, I've been really impressed with just the quality. It's a par 3 course, so you just kind of expect it to be a pitch and putt, but I've always been really impressed with the quality of the greens, quality of the tee boxes, the playing surfaces, and my favorite part about it is that it's seriously my favorite part about it is that it's open and you can play a variety of shots. You know, so like when you were talking about the fact that better players can play, it's not just for like beginner golfers; it's for everybody. You know, and that's what I love about this place.
We also have soccer golf here, which is kind of cool. It's got, as you can maybe see back behind me, we have holes that are just off the regular golf course putting greens, so you can come and play. And if you got family members who maybe play golf and family members who don't, they can grab a soccer ball while you play golf. So it's kind of we kind of have a lot of different activities going on here.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the course records in the clubhouse. What was the course record for foot golf? Is the course record higher than than the golf course record?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we're diving
You're
into
good.
the Zag here,
I love
but what are the distances for foot golf?
They're approximately the same because
Okay.
you can play from the same tees, and most of the flags are beside another green. So you have holes that are 60 yards long. You have holes that are maybe like 150 yards long. At first, I thought it was going to be maybe too short. I have a daughter who played soccer, and it turned out to be really cool. We've had holes in one with soccer balls, which is
awesome.
Really cool as well.
So now, as we
wondering
move,
if you had like 2 different greens there, Greg. So I was wondering how you got that soccer ball in that 4 1/4 inch diameter hole.
You try that, man.
That was interesting.
We'll grab a ball. You go out there later. We'll work on that.
so now as we move boys golf into the fall, and it's the same time as soccer.
Yep.
We can have soccer practice going on at the same time as practice. We just saw the fall.
We did.
Fall schedule
Nice
just
job.
Do you think we could actually create a high school season in the fall? It'd be like our own live tour.
Ooh, I kind of like that actually.
How
Our
are we
rival
going to
tour?
attract these high school kids to come play on our tour?
Man,
And I
Pocket.
name and likeness. We'll get Pace to help us.
there you go. We're branching out. What do we got going on at everybody's golf courses? Do you have anything happening over at the creek and at Prairie Wood?
You know, this week's been a little bit of a softer week, which has been nice. It's been just kind of normal golf.
Yeah.
And it's been very busy still as the weather's been, pretty nice. And, but next week we do have no corporate events next week. It's another soft week there, but we do have the drive, chip, and putt on Tuesday, which should be a lot of fun. I think there's 115 kids coming in.
Can you still sign up for that?
Open or not.
Okay.
I would encourage them to go on out there. I think if you just Google drive, chip, and putt, I don't know the exact website for that, but if the kids have never experienced that before, I think it's a lot of fun. Regardless of your ability level, you zip through there, you hit a few tee shots, you hit a few chips, you hit a few putts, and you're off and going once again.
And this is the local?
This is the local
qualifier. Okay.
Well, the local here, and then I think in August we've got the sub-regional at Osgood, right?
We do, yes.
So it should be a lot of fun. It's great having it in our area. We have a lot of kids that are always interested every year in doing that. It's not just our local kids, but they kind of come from all over the place. So it's a fun experience.
This is the first year I've actually had experience or getting experience from it. So I'm going to be heading over to your place to see how it's all run and check it out. So get some information.
They do a good job with it. It's kind of get them in and get them out real quick. So,
all right. Well, at Osgood, we've standard league play. We have a couple corporate events. We got one little corporate event today. Shouldn't impact play at all, but open weekend, and then going forward into the next week, it's back to junior golf and some league stuff. So for the most part, my transition over here to Osgood has been, my shift has been from doing a lot of corporate events where I was previously to now doing a fair amount of league play. It's been really, I think I've said this before, but it's been very it's been welcoming to see how many people are committed to playing leagues. Like, they love leagues. Have you noticed that? Like, how much people just love their league play? So last night was a great example. We got done with our back nine league for the men, which we kind of call that the front nine league on Wednesday. Is kind of like those are the gamers. The back nine league kind of feels like the party crew a little bit. And when they show up on Thursday, it was marginal, right? The weather yesterday was kind of crummy. We're thinking, this is going to be a rain out. No, like, everybody showed up to play, and they were like buying rain gear. Everyone was like in it. I'm like, man, this feels like a Wednesday, but these guys were in it to play. So last night we had a really nice Wednesday. So really fun to see. People are still playing a whole heck of a lot of golf.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of almost equated to like the wintertime, I imagine, isn't it, Greg, as far as like the bowling leagues and things like that? It's kind of that one night you can kind of get out for just kind of a social fun time with your friends and whatever, and get out of the house and just kind of relax. And so golf being the same way.
I think it's pretty cool with Fargo Park District Golf has, since we have 5 different places and we run leagues at 4 of the places. We do PGA Junior League here, but the other golf courses all have leagues.
Sure.
So it gives people an opportunity to buy a season pass, a 5-for-1, play all the courses, and actually, play probably more golf because they're trying to do it each week.
Yep.
So I think, again, that's another advantage that we have within our district.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Okay. So there's a lot of stuff going on in golf right now, right? You've got a legal pad full, flip book full of notes, I see. All right. We've got our 2 segments that we keep hitting on, right? Leaderboard, 2 on, 2 off. I think there's a lot to talk about on the leaderboard because it's majors week.
We're just talking maybe just a new segment just called 150.
Oh, yeah. The 150 segment.
The 150 segment.
You're throwing a thing at Pace now. He doesn't have a graphic for that. He's scrambling.
I'm already scrambling.
But this is like one of my favorite weeks. And the Open, St. Andrews, Are we on? You got that? All right, we're leaderboard. It's time for the leaderboard. What do you got on that legal pad full of the treasure trove of goodies here? What do you got?
There is not too many days. In fact, I can count 4.
Okay.
In the entire calendar that I look forward to getting up at 3 in the morning.
Did you actually get up at 3?
I did.
Okay.
But now that I'm getting older, I did hit the snooze a couple times. It is really hard to get up at 3 now. But I was up probably shortly after 4, and I was catching some of the action right away.
Yeah.
You know, LT Gray was out teeing it up. And I really look forward to watching the British Open because it does play differently than everything else we see from a week-to-week basis. You know, I can't believe how fast or how firm that golf course is at St. Andrews.
Awesome.
Someone told me yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of it, but I don't know if they caught this on the air, Smith. They said the fairways were running quicker than the greens.
Kind of
doubt it.
Fairways.
Kind of typical there, though, which is a little, you know, American golf versus not American golf. And if you've never played on turf that's that firm, we're sitting on some cement here. Throw your golf ball on some cement and try to get the ball to stop. So it is pretty cool.
It's honestly like if you took that really old school Brady AstroTurf stuff that you get from Menards or wherever it's just like the lowest pile. It's just green covering. That's all it is, green tarp. And then you put it on top of concrete. Yep. That's how firm that stuff is.
Yeah. And, you know, and around the greens and the entire golf course, I can't remember. You guys might remember this. Rory used a word I never even heard used for as in golf. I can't remember what the heck it was. Talking about how, you know, your shots being played like around that golf course, especially around the greens. And it takes some patience, I think, definitely. But it was interesting to hear like Cameron Smith. I think of the years that he's played, and I don't think he's had great experience. I think he made the comment of saying, you know, this year going in, it's like, I'm not thinking about playing the golf course how I keep hearing people say you should play the golf course. I'm going to play it more how I play it every golf course from week to week. So I'd probably taking it in higher, taking it at some locations, I think safer locations that you normally would, rather than thinking of kind of this bump and run and all of this stuff, because you do need to have a lot of breaks out there, I think. I don't know if luck is the right word, but you got to have some breaks because you never know how things may react. So unfortunately, and maybe, I don't know, when you play something like that, now we're playing it in perfect weather, and the weather looks like it's going to continue to be really good today and probably through the weekend, which I think is kind of nice as well. Although I'm not that guy that loves to watch him, you know, just gag and fall off to the side out there, you know.
Yeah.
I don't mind low scores. But on the other hand, it's kind of fun having the win because that's part of the Open experience once again.
They need to have at least one day, right,
Yeah.
where it tests them a little bit, and then you can see that compare and contrast of, okay, perfectly calm St. Andrews, you got guys going 8 under, you know, like you were saying before, hitting every green, every par 4 green in one, but then as soon as that wind shifts, and I think it's either north or south, because that's how the golf course is positioned. But you can get it actually to the point where because it's right on the coast and it's tidal, and you can actually get the winds shift, and with an out and in, you can have it play into the wind, both nines.
Yep.
So I mean, you could get it to the point where it plays dramatically tougher. But I mean, that's part of links golf, right?
Yeah.
So,
you know, the crowds looked huge. You can only imagine, like, so
Huge.
I threw up 150. If you don't know, this is the 150th playing of the Open. And it's at St. Andrews this year, referred to as the old course. But, you know, the original one dated back like in 1860. So, and that was at Prestwick. And you could just imagine like old Tom and Willie Park Sr., you know, playing in the inaugural one with 6 other guys. There was 8 people in the opening tournament, you know, and I don't know, do you think there was like 5 or 6 people out there with some beers and some bets on the line?
That's how it started.
Yeah. And now you look at what it's growing into. It's just mammoth. And like I said, it's probably been one of the more favorite events probably for a lot of people going on out there. So quite a change as far as, I wonder if the opening score was in 1860. I wonder what par was.
That's a good fact check. What do you got there? I love seeing the old scorecards too. Have you seen how those old scorecards are set up too? Because like guys are taking tally marks and stuff on there. And but yeah, so Prestwick is another, like, I've had a lot of conversations about Prestwick, and it would be it would be really cool to see the Open actually come back to Prestwick, because that was the home of the Open, right?
Sure.
So it's been there for, I think they've had it 22 times at Prestwick, but it just kind of became outdated. It's kind of landlocked in certain spots. But then also the main thing is there's a lot of blind shots, lots of blind shot par threes, so you've got a lot of really quirkiness, but it's fun. It's golf, right? But it would be really neat to see what would happen if they took it back there just 1 year.
Yeah.
Can we just go back there just one time? I'd love to see that.
Do you think so? Tiger's playing. Things didn't get off to a great start.
No.
Opened with double right away. I think he was 6 over through his first 7 holes.
They hit in a divot like his opener.
Yep.
And then they went for about 3 hours of coverage on how he hit it into a divot. And poor Tiger.
Yeah, I don't know if the divot probably had some impact. I don't know if the wind just got it, but either how, it's a tough start. It's not the first time he's opened though with a number before and came back. So we'll see. It's gonna be a tough battle, especially with conditions being as good as they are, for him to shoot something low enough today, I think, to make the cut. Because I don't know that there was 76 players that even or better. I think top 70 make it. I don't know if it's as nice today. If even will be the cut line. It might be lower than that.
Yeah, it'd probably be under par.
Yeah, because there's a lot of guys that were +1 or that are good players that I think could make the move, and I don't know if a whole lot of guys are going to go too far backwards.
Right.
I could almost see the cut being even or 1 under maybe. Tom Hoagie being +2, he's got a lot of work today to do as well. But
he had a couple he got a couple links golf lies yesterday and made triple on a par 3 and then made double on another hole. So it's cool. I think it's cool to watch best players in the world at this sport have a shot that they are like deathly afraid of, or they can't hit it. We saw somebody take, I can't remember who it was, they took it unplayable in a bunker because they had no shot. So they had to drop it in the bunker again and dropped it in a point where actually it buried slightly so he could have a better opportunity the next time. So it is a little bit, it's not American golf. It's a little different, and it's very different for those players as well. They're not playing the same. Cam Smith is great when the wind doesn't blow, right? You can play it high, but if he gets a super windy day, he's got no chance there because you just can't do that.
Yeah, I mean they can play their American form of golf right now when it's perfect.
Yep.
Right.
And actually they can probably play it pretty well because those like we talked about, the fairway and the conditions are so firm, they can just hit those little nipper shots in there and spin it. But yeah, as soon as the wind blows, man, you're gonna have to hit that thing low and play it on the carpet. So
The Hoagie update, he bogeyed the first hole of round 2.
gosh, and he got it to -3 at one point, didn't he?
3 under standing on 11T for the day and made 6 on a par 3.
And then he had 12.
He just chipped it comically. I mean, comically, actually.
Bummer. It's a bummer.
And of course it wouldn't be a major or a golf tournament if we don't bring up the live a little bit, I think. It's funny. I'm sure obviously a lot of it's media driven, but there's got to be a little contention. There's got to be a little, a lot of interesting
Dialogue
going on out there. They had the Live Tour perform very well in day 1. I think they had 23 guys that played in the Open, and 15 of them shot even or better, so inside the cut line. So, I mean, although there's a lot of names that I've never heard of before on the Live Tour, and those guys are probably the bottom 8, their top guys are performing very, very well.
Yeah, DJ current right now. DJ's in the house after round 2. He's leading right now at -9. And then we got Taylor Gooch. He's in the house at -7. He's sitting at T3. Granted, the leaders really haven't, like Rory's still to tee off. But yeah, those guys. Those are 2 of the biggies over on Live Tour. So
they've had some interesting comments, as far as some of the interviews. Tiger, once again, too, kind of, I don't want to say throwing those guys under the bus, but just kind of sharing his opinion once again about, leaving behind the legacy, about competing. Doesn't see really when you got guaranteed money as it's truly competing. It's
now Can you tell me about? Did you guys watch Wednesday at all of the Open?
I did not.
Did you watch that team event that was going on? Okay, I turned it on and it seemed like they had like the champions, and it was almost like a pro-am format. Pace, did you watch that on Wednesday at all?
No.
So it was it felt very live-ish. All right, on Wednesday it was broadcast on YouTube. Okay, so there's a parallel. They had a team event out there, and so there's like all these all of the champions had their team. So there's Team Woods, Team Watson. There's all sorts of the British Open champions, and I all of us in the golf shop were just kind of looking at it, going, "What is this?"
I honestly think they've done that in the past.
Okay.
They've just never put it out there.
Okay.
That whatever happens that Wednesday before, I think there's a lot of that going on. I just don't think they've ever really thought they needed to put it out there anywhere.
Yeah.
So that it was on YouTube and they do this. I don't think that that's abnormal.
Okay.
Right. We just didn't know about it.
So here's my hot take here on this. I loved it. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Now, if we're gonna steal from the Live Tour, let's steal it and let's put this on Wednesday. Put it for free on YouTube. And let's have a fun team event on a Wednesday. Granted, maybe these guys don't want to play golf anymore, but
well, they are playing. Most guys are having to play a 9-hole pro-am anyway on Wednesday.
Wouldn't it be fun to actually see a Wednesday?
I think that's an opportunity. And again, we talked about the Live and agree, disagree. There are certain things about it that maybe it will push the regular PGA Tour to maybe kind of let us know that it actually happens.
Yep. So I thought that was pretty cool. Even though I didn't know what I was watching, I thought it was pretty cool. So,
boy, it looks like scoring could be pretty good today, though. Adam Scott already in the house, shot 700 a day. Terrell Hatton 600 a day.
What do we got for weather conditions today?
It must be really good.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty nice again.
Not too many guys are going backwards, except for one of them, Robert Dinwiddie. That was kind of an interesting story, too. 39-year-old Englishman working construction to kind of make ends meet.
Let's go.
Plays in the 36-hole qualifier, one of 4 guys to get in. And what was he after day 2? 500, which was, maybe 3rd, 4th place or something like that after day 1. Looks like he's falling a little bit backwards today. But, hopefully it should be an interesting day to see where everybody falls and what the cut line ends up being. And
possible rain on Sunday, but everything else, we got Friday high of 67, partly sunny. Saturday high of 72. Man, these guys some of them are not even wearing sweaters. That's not even.
The wind is really low too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's like duel in the sun type stuff. That's cool. So okay, now you've seen the, I guess, a round and a half. Who do you guys like? Maybe you haven't been able to see a whole lot.
I've seen some swings, but I've seen 0 golf balls.
Okay, so everyone's taking somebody. All right.
Okay.
Everyone's taking somebody.
Where do you want to start?
We'll start with Pace.
Pace?
No research, Pace. You don't get to do this.
No. I'm gonna stick with JT. That's who I picked before.
Oh,
I'm gonna just stick with that.
All right.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake is playing?
Yeah. Justin Thomas. There we go.
Sorry.
Okay, who you like, Cookie?
You're gonna let me go next, then. I'm gonna take Rory. I'm gonna take the favorite.
Okay.
He played well yesterday.
We can't double up. We can't double
Oh,
up.
sure. Now you say that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll
what do you got?
go last. I'll go last.
We got you.
No,
you
no,
go
I'm
ahead.
going
Go ahead.
last.
We'll go.
This
by.
was my game.
We'll go by
I'll go
age. I'll go last.
Because I really wanted
We may
Rory,
not have
but
that much time. You better go quick.
all right. Oh, geez. Wow.
Oh,
friendly fire.
Matt Cook, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna. This is going completely against the grain. Because the guy that works it left to right is not really the guy that you should be going with.
You go with Phil.
And you also shouldn't be
You're
going
with Liv.
with kind of first timer. But I'm gonna break that rule too. I'm gonna say Scotty Scheffler.
God, you picked my guy. That's why I let
That
you
was
go. I
Laura's
didn't
guy.
even think you were gonna pick him.
It's completely against everything too. I
Oh,
went
man.
completely opposite,
So we got. Who did you pick, Pace?
and I didn't even pick him in my
Justin
lineup.
Thomas.
Justin Thomas, Rory, Scheffler.
I don't even have a leaderboard. You guys
Okay,
got all
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
technology in front of you.
Sorry.
I'm just stuck in the world.
Oh, this would be really good.
I'm not taking.
I would love to see that.
All right,
not
I'm taking Paulina Gretzky. I mean Dustin Johnson. I mean Paulina Johnson. No, I'm taking Dustin Johnson.
Laura has a pick.
And then-
Laura?
Patrick Cantley.
Nice.
all right, yeah, that's a good one.
She's a groupie, I could tell. I wasn't sure how the Cantley was going to get said.
Real close.
Might be
All right.
Patrick can lay an egg after Saturday.
Can't lay an egg. Can't lay an egg. That's good.
Well, I think that's solid. Do you have anything else on the Open?
No, not really.
We exhausted all of your data.
I think
okay.
so.
When did
Sounds
it
good.
become the Open Championship?
When did it become
Yeah,
the
you mean-
Open? Or why?
Man, yeah, well, both. When did it leave the British Open? Why isn't the British Open? Because it's not in Britain.
Well, because it was the first.
Okay.
It was the first. I mean, it was called the
All right,
Open, right?
I'm just
It was the first, right? And then it became the U.S.
is
Open.
this a marketing pace? Is this a
always
marketing
been the
opportunity? Is this,
Open.
I
is
think
this
so.
why this happened?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of seems a little bit like I'm from the Ohio State
It
University.
does kind of. I like
Yeah.
that.
I'm from the University of Miami. I'm from the Open.
Except it's the U, right?
The U. The U.
The U.
Now it's the O.
Oh,
That could be
my.
your new shirt.
Nope.
The O.
Big O.
Where do you play? The O.
Well, that's perfect for him.
It is.
Yeah.
He is the O.
I
He's
do get
the
some money off
Osgood.
of that. I want a buck off of every T-shirt sale.
We just got a T-shirt press, by the way. So
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
All right. Well, what do we got for 2 on, 2 off? Ooh.
I had a great 2 on this week.
Okay.
Did you see my picture? Did you see my tweet?
I didn't.
I had a 4 on.
Oh, wow.
4 on.
Not
People behaving.
yeah, people, right? Shocking. It's shocking, actually. I don't even know if they understood it. Wasn't even on the first hole. It was in the middle of the golf course. I just randomly was out there just checking on Ed, and I did. I fell out of my cart.
They got
2 carts, all wheels on the path, all of them.
Wow.
Spectacular. And the cart path is not right up next to the green, so they actually had to get out of their cart and walk to the green.
Oh, I mean, did you just give them like a gift certificate?
I should have.
Like a
I
big
should
hug
have. I
and-
should have
yeah.
went down there with some beers, and we should have had a little champagne party and all that stuff. But
Greg was just sitting there crying.
I was
Tear in his
so-
eye.
yeah.
Single tear.
I am a little emotional at my age.
Oh, that's a good one.
It was
Yeah.
good.
I'm racking my brain right
Any 2
now.
offs?
2 offs. Mm.
That's
I'd probably
good.
have like another on.
All right.
Just on in the fact of I can't believe today is July
15.
15th.
We're halfway done.
We're about 2 weeks away from the Class B girls starting up the golf season.
You know what? I looked
August
at the
1st.
schedule and I started seeing some high school stuff pop up next month, and I
August-
was going,
yep,
"Oh
August 1st for
my!"
the girls, Class B, and then August 8th for the Class A. And so we are already getting rolling there. That's crazy.
That's kind of an off. You know, that's great, but it also,
Right.
I mean, we're coming to the end too.
Right.
We are not. We have 112 days left of golf. Let's use them.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
Let's
right.
use them. And let's use them the right way.
Cards on the
Whatever
path.
that way is.
Yep. All right.
It's hard to have any offs. The weather's been so good.
I know.
Of course, they're in great shape.
We did start the year off so slow, but I mean, how many actual like rain out days have we had? We had like 3. You know, really, once we started getting into actual summer, man, and we've only had 1 league day, you know, out of seniors, senior women, senior men, two men's, ladies. We've only had like 2 actual rainouts, you know. So it's once we got going, it's been really good. So yeah, I don't really have any offs.
Pace, is your
This
game
week.
still on?
Oh, update. Let's get the update.
Yeah, it is. Greg's tip. Man, help me out. So, yeah, I'm playing well.
Any reporting scores for port?
Shot 6 over on Tuesday. So that was
Okay.
good. Yeah.
We
Excellent.
should we need to get your we need to get a graphic for your like your gin handicap with like all of your stats.
All my
Do you so little plug here for the handicap the mobile app. Do you guys use that at all? Have you guys used it?
I know.
Okay. So do you use it, Pace?
No.
Okay. This is totally an on. All right. The stat tracking thing for like your students and everything, and being able to track all those stats, fairways hit, right, left, your tendencies, your misses on the green, right, left, short, long. It tracks all that, keeps that data for the entire year. You can take that and report it to an instructor yourself, and you can figure out exactly what you need to work on, which is really neat. The other thing that when you track your stats on there, it logs all of your scores, so you can see where those stats are in comparison to how well you played. The other thing that's cool now is that with your subscription to the mobile app or to the handicap, you get free GPS. So you've got yardage functions on there,
Right.
and so it's an overhead on your mobile device on your phone. You can actually see where all the obstacles and everything are on the golf course. So you
Nice.
can really nice upgrade. So if you haven't got a handicap,
It's awesome.
there's a little plug for getting a handicap.
I'm old school. I have an Excel spreadsheet.
No, you don't. You're so techie.
I know.
How do you go Excel spreadsheet
I know.
on your stats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Pace.
I've just always done it since I don't know.
Well, we need access to that spreadsheet. We need to.
Is there a share function on Excel?
Yeah, I think there is.
I think there is.
This would be good. All right. Well, hey, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe.
We need to get that up.
Yeah. What's our sub count at?
117.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trending in the right direction,
Yep.
right?
We got to get our subscribers to actually watch each week too.
I know.
We
I think
gotta
a lot of people watch it after.
Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah. So if you're watching this after the live show, please don't hesitate to comment, and we'll have Pace of Play hit us up comments, and we'll get your questions or comments answered. We appreciate everybody for live, and again, we're on Facebook, so us on Facebook, or like us on Facebook. I'm gonna get this right sooner. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's a follow, right?
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm 0 for 2 right now.
There you go.
And then it is a follow on Spotify, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So catch us on those 3 social media. Thank you for tuning in. And then if you haven't done so already, go to fargogolf.net, and you can get all your information for all 5 public golf courses here in the Fargo. And then you can just come hang out with us, the
Right.
Muni Misfits. So,
Greg, carts at Edgewood today, or what's the plan there?
We right now we have no carts until noon. He's going to reevaluate an inch and a half of rain. So we'll see. I would say it's 70% no, 30% yes after 12. But I'll try to get him to make that call, around 11.
okay.
Range is close till noon.
You got some.
Well, we just don't drain very well.
Yeah.
We just kind of sit there.
The event I was talking to you about it. I think, like you said too, I think the north side
Yeah, we
hit
got
a
more.
little bit more. We do have carts over at Odd, so we're rolling with carts. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. people are gugs today. So
Yeah.
how are you guys doing over at Rose Creek?
I have not checked in yet, so I don't know as far as if we've got
There it is, right
carts
there.
off path, but we're cart path, throughout the facility. So we
Oh,
have carts
sure.
available. It's just whether to be on path or not. And I haven't heard just of Prairiewood yet. I didn't see the exact rain
You guys
amounts we got overnight, but
You guys are bougie over at Rose Creek. You got carts all around.
we got
Cart
carts
path all around. Must be nice, right?
Gets everything.
But I think the weather forecast is supposed to be good for the weekend. So, man, if you haven't made your tee time yet, go out there, fargogolf.net, make that tee time, get out and play golf. Should be a good weekend.
Cool. All right. Well, as always, thanks for tuning in. And this is Muni Misfits in the Morning. We will be back next week, Friday at 7 o'clock. we'll see you next week. Thanks, everyone.